In today's fast-paced world, emotional stability has become one of the most valued qualities in a man. It goes far beyond simply staying calm. It's about how he handles life's challenges, relationships, and his own emotions with maturity and consistency. Emotional stability is not just a personality trait. It's a reflection of a man's self-awareness, discipline, and inner strength. It is this quiet, steady presence that makes someone reliable, trustworthy, and genuinely supportive. While many people focus on obvious signs of attraction or care, a man who demonstrates emotional stability often communicates his feelings in subtle, silent ways. These behaviors might not be flashy, but they speak volumes about his character and intentions. A man who is emotionally stable can navigate conflicts without letting anger or frustration take over. He doesn't react impulsively or make situations worse through drama or outbursts. Instead, he approaches challenges thoughtfully, maintaining a sense of calm that inspires trust and confidence in those around him. His responses are measured, and he prioritizes understanding and resolution over ego or pride. This quality not only strengthens personal relationships but also makes him dependable in professional and social situations. Emotional stability shows that he can handle stress without falling apart and can provide a safe space for those he cares about. Beyond just handling challenges, emotional stability is reflected in everyday interactions. He listens carefully, thinks before he speaks, and communicates honestly. He accepts responsibility for his actions and learns from mistakes rather than blaming others. These small but consistent behaviors reveal his maturity and demonstrate that he values integrity, respect, and accountability. He supports others without letting their problems overwhelm him and balances his responsibilities, personal life, and emotions effectively. People around him recognize that he is someone they can rely on because he doesn't let minor issues derail his composure. In relationships, emotional stability is perhaps one of the most attractive qualities a man can possess. It creates trust, fosters intimacy, and reduces unnecessary tension. A man who remains steady in his emotions provides reassurance without needing to constantly prove his love or care through words alone. His actions, though often subtle, reflect thoughtfulness, patience, and commitment. From maintaining composure under stress to remaining positive during challenges, he communicates reliability and confidence in ways that words cannot fully express. This guide explores 15 silent ways a man shows emotional stability, highlighting behaviors that might otherwise go unnoticed but reveal his true character. Each heading provides insight into the subtle, meaningful ways he demonstrates control over his emotions, empathy, and self-awareness. From staying calm in conflicts to balancing work, life, and emotions, these traits combine to create a picture of a man who is grounded, dependable, and emotionally intelligent. By understanding these signs, you can better recognize genuine stability, appreciate it, and build stronger, healthier connections. Emotional stability is not about perfection or never feeling stress. It's about how a man manages his feelings and responds to life consistently. These 15 silent ways offer a window into the mind and heart of a man who possesses this rare and invaluable quality. They are proof that true strength often lies in quiet confidence, measured responses, and unwavering reliability. 1. He remains calm during conflicts. One of the clearest signs of emotional stability in a man is his ability to stay calm when conflicts arise. Instead of reacting impulsively, raising his voice, or letting anger control him, he approaches the situation with a steady mindset. This doesn't mean he suppresses his feelings. He acknowledges them, but he chooses to respond thoughtfully rather than emotionally. By remaining calm, he creates a space where productive dialogue can occur and problems can be solved without escalation. People around him feel safe expressing their opinions because they know he won't overreact or attack them personally. His calmness is also a reflection of his inner self-control. He understands that every situation has multiple perspectives and that reacting hastily often worsens misunderstandings. In relationships, this quality is invaluable, as it fosters trust, reduces unnecessary tension, and shows maturity. Over time, it becomes evident that his calm demeanor is not occasional. It's consistent, even in high-pressure situations. He doesn't need to dominate arguments or prove his right. His focus is on resolution and understanding. Observing this behavior repeatedly confirms that he has emotional depth and stability, making him a reliable partner who navigates life's ups and downs without drama. 2. He thinks before he speaks. A man with emotional stability doesn't rush into conversations with careless words. He pauses, reflects, and considers the impact of what he's about to say. This thoughtful approach prevents misunderstandings and shows that he values both the situation and the people involved. When he speaks, his words are deliberate, meaningful, and respectful, avoiding impulsive reactions driven by temporary emotions. This quality is especially noticeable in sensitive conversations, disagreements, or moments of tension. Instead of responding with defensiveness or anger, he takes a moment to process his thoughts, ensuring his communication is constructive rather than harmful. Thinking before speaking also highlights his self-awareness. He understands his triggers, recognizes the consequences of his words, and prioritizes emotional intelligence over ego. For someone on the receiving end, this behavior creates a sense of safety, as you can trust him to express feelings without hurting you unnecessarily. It also reflects maturity, patience, and the ability to manage emotions effectively, making him a dependable individual in personal and professional contexts. 3. He doesn't overreact to small issues. Emotional stability is often demonstrated by the ability to distinguish between minor inconveniences and real problems. A stable man doesn't blow small issues out of proportion. He approaches them with perspective and calm reasoning. Whether it's a missed text, a minor disagreement, or a small mistake, he doesn't let it spiral into unnecessary drama. Instead, he evaluates the situation, assesses its importance, and responds proportionately. This behavior shows that he has control over his emotions and understands that reacting excessively often worsens situations rather than solving them. People around him appreciate this quality because it prevents unnecessary tension and fosters a harmonious environment. Over time, his calm handling of small issues builds trust and respect, demonstrating that he is reliable, composed, and emotionally mature. 4. He handles criticism gracefully. A man with emotional stability doesn't take criticism as a personal attack. Instead, he views it as an opportunity to learn and improve. When someone points out a mistake or offers constructive feedback, he listens attentively without becoming defensive or angry. His calm reaction shows that he is secure in himself and confident enough to separate his self-worth from external opinions. Instead of reacting impulsively, he processes the feedback objectively, reflecting on whether it holds value. This ability to accept criticism gracefully demonstrates emotional maturity because it requires self-awareness, patience, and humility. People around him feel comfortable giving honest feedback, knowing it won't trigger overreactions or conflict. In relationships, this trait is crucial. It fosters growth, communication, and trust. His behavior shows that he values progress over ego and is willing to adapt without resentment. Over time, this consistent response builds a reputation of reliability and respect. Others see him as someone who can handle challenges without letting emotions cloud his judgment, which is a hallmark of emotional stability. 5. He shows patience in difficult situations. Emotional stability is often reflected in how a man handles difficult or stressful circumstances. A patient man doesn't rush decisions, react impulsively, or give into frustration when things go wrong. Instead, he remains calm, observes the situation carefully, and waits for the right moment to act. This patience allows him to respond thoughtfully rather than emotionally, reducing unnecessary mistakes or conflicts. In personal and professional life, such behavior demonstrates maturity because it shows he can control his impulses and maintain perspective, even under pressure. Patience also reflects empathy. He considers the feelings and needs of others before making judgments. People around him feel secure and supported, knowing he can handle challenges without panic or chaos. Over time, his patience becomes a defining trait, highlighting his emotional resilience and ability to navigate life's ups and downs steadily. Whether it's a heated conversation, a stressful deadline, or a personal setback, he stays composed, showing that he values long-term solutions over short-term reactions. 6. He keeps his promises consistently. A man with emotional stability demonstrates reliability by keeping his promises consistently. Whether big or small, commitments he makes are honored without excuses or delays. This behavior reflects his integrity and self-discipline, showing that he respects both his own word and the trust others place in him. People around him feel secure because they know he can be counted on, reducing uncertainty and anxiety in relationships. Consistently keeping promises also reveals emotional control. He doesn't make rash commitments and understands the responsibility that comes with them. In romantic relationships, this trait is especially meaningful because it builds trust, fosters loyalty, and communicates genuine care. Over time, the habit of honoring promises strengthens his credibility and shows that he prioritizes actions over empty words. It also reflects his ability to manage emotions, avoid impulsivity, and maintain consistency, all of which are hallmarks of emotional stability. By observing this quality, it becomes clear that he is a dependable and mature individual who values honesty and commitment. 7. He accepts responsibility for his actions. A man with emotional stability doesn't shift blame or make excuses when things go wrong. Instead, he acknowledges his mistakes and takes full responsibility for his actions. This demonstrates maturity and self-awareness because he understands the consequences of his behavior and is willing to face them head-on. Accepting responsibility also fosters trust in relationships, as people know he won't avoid accountability or manipulate situations to protect his ego. It requires humility to admit when one is wrong, and this ability reflects emotional intelligence and confidence. Such a man uses mistakes as learning opportunities, reflecting on what went wrong and how he can improve moving forward. In a partnership, this behavior prevents unnecessary conflicts and encourages open communication. By consistently owning up to his actions, he sets a standard of integrity that inspires respect from others. It shows that he values honesty over self-preservation and that he is capable of handling difficult situations without defensiveness. This consistent accountability is a hallmark of emotional stability because it proves he can manage both his emotions and responsibilities without letting them spiral out of control. 8. He listens without judging. A truly emotionally stable man listens attentively without immediately jumping to conclusions or passing judgment. When someone speaks, whether sharing feelings, concerns, or experiences, he focuses entirely on understanding rather than criticizing. This quality demonstrates empathy and patience, two key indicators of emotional maturity. Listening without judging allows for open, honest conversations where both parties feel safe expressing themselves. It shows he can separate his own biases and emotions from the situation, responding thoughtfully rather than impulsively. In relationships, this behavior fosters trust and connection because it communicates that his partner's thoughts and feelings are valued. It also reveals self-control. He doesn't interrupt, react defensively, or impose his perspective. Over time, this habit strengthens bonds and prevents unnecessary misunderstandings. By consistently listening without judgment, he becomes a reliable source of support and reassurance. His emotional stability allows him to stay grounded, even in difficult conversations, showing that he can manage his own feelings while respecting those of others. This trait not only benefits personal relationships but also professional and social interactions, highlighting his overall emotional intelligence and maturity. 9. He maintains composure under stress. Emotional stability is often most visible during stressful situations, and a man who maintains composure under pressure demonstrates this clearly. Instead of panicking, lashing out, or making rash decisions, he stays calm, focused, and methodical. This ability reflects his self-control and inner resilience, showing that he can manage both his emotions and the demands of the situation simultaneously. Maintaining composure under stress also sets a positive example for others, encouraging rational thinking and problem-solving rather than reactionary behavior. In relationships, this quality is invaluable, as it prevents conflict from escalating and creates a sense of security and stability. People trust him because they know he can handle crises without letting emotions cloud his judgment. Additionally, Staying composed under pressure requires mental discipline and emotional intelligence. He is aware of his triggers and manages them effectively. Whether dealing with work deadlines, personal setbacks, or unexpected challenges, his calm demeanor ensures decisions are made thoughtfully, not impulsively. Over time, this consistency builds respect and admiration, reinforcing that he is a mature, dependable, and emotionally stable individual capable of navigating life's challenges with grace. 10. He communicates clearly and honestly. A man with emotional stability ensures that his communication is always clear, direct, and honest. He avoids vague statements, passive-aggressive behavior, or unnecessary drama, choosing instead to express his thoughts and feelings in a straightforward manner. This clarity prevents misunderstandings and creates a foundation of trust in relationships. Honest communication also demonstrates self-confidence and emotional control. He doesn't feel the need to manipulate or deceive to protect his ego. By sharing his intentions, expectations, and emotions openly, he allows others to respond appropriately, fostering mutual respect and understanding. Whether discussing small day-to-day matters or addressing serious issues, his words are intentional and thoughtful. In romantic relationships, this trait is especially important because it prevents miscommunication and ensures both partners feel seen, heard, and valued. Over time, consistent honest communication reveals reliability, maturity, and a grounded emotional state, showing that he is both self-aware and considerate of others' feelings. 11. He shows empathy without overwhelm. Emotional stability allows a man to empathize with others while maintaining his own emotional balance. He listens to others' feelings, validates them, and offers support without becoming emotionally consumed or reactive. This is a delicate balance. He cares deeply, but doesn't let their emotions dictate his own state of mind. By demonstrating empathy in a controlled manner, he creates a safe environment for others to express themselves freely. People feel understood without feeling judged or burdened. In relationships, this trait is vital. It strengthens emotional intimacy while ensuring that both partners remain grounded. He can comfort, advise, or simply be present without losing his composure. Over time, his ability to empathize calmly shows maturity, self-awareness, and emotional resilience, making him someone others can depend on during both calm and challenging times. 12. He balances work, life, and emotions. A man with emotional stability manages his responsibilities, personal life, and emotions in a harmonious way. He doesn't let stress from work, family, or personal issues spill over into his interactions with others. By maintaining this balance, he ensures that he remains reliable, present, and emotionally available. He prioritizes tasks effectively, handles pressure without burnout, and still makes time for meaningful relationships. This balance demonstrates self-discipline and self-care, reflecting his awareness of the importance of mental and emotional health. People around him notice his consistency, patience, and reliability, which inspires trust and admiration. Balancing multiple aspects of life without losing control is a hallmark of emotional maturity and stability. 13. He supports you without losing control. A stable man offers support to those around him without letting their problems overwhelm him or destabilize his emotions. He listens, provides guidance, and assists in practical ways while maintaining a calm and composed demeanor. His support is steady and thoughtful rather than reactive or emotional. This behavior shows self-discipline, patience, and a strong sense of responsibility. In relationships, this quality is invaluable because it ensures that both partners feel supported without either party feeling drained or controlled. He encourages growth, helps navigate challenges, and remains emotionally balanced, showing that he can be relied upon during both easy and difficult times. 14. He makes decisions thoughtfully. Emotional stability is reflected in the way a man approaches decisions. He doesn't rush into choices impulsively or let fleeting emotions dictate his actions. Instead, he evaluates situations carefully, considers possible outcomes, and weighs the impact on himself and others. Thoughtful decision-making shows self-control, patience, and awareness, all signs of emotional maturity. In relationships, This quality ensures that choices, big or small, are made with care, reducing conflict and fostering trust. His ability to act deliberately rather than reactively highlights a grounded mindset and the ability to manage both logic and emotion effectively. 15. He remains positive even in challenges. A man with emotional stability maintains a positive outlook even when facing difficulties. He doesn't let setbacks, stress, or disappointments overwhelm him or cloud his perspective. Instead, he focuses on solutions, learns from experiences, and maintains hope for the future. This resilience reflects strong emotional control, optimism, and adaptability. His positivity inspires confidence in others, fosters a supportive environment, and reduces anxiety in relationships. Remaining positive in challenges is not about ignoring reality. It's about managing emotions constructively, finding balance, and maintaining stability in both thought and action.